rotation vortex that's rotating to the right when it absorbs energy. It rotates counterclockwise when it's spitting out energy or toxic energy. It's always rotating like a kaleidoscope. When a person is about to die, they are rotating counterclockwise and it depletes and wastes energy out. So whatever you do, you heal the person, it doesn't stay. Because whenever you project energy, it comes out again after a few hours. It's a wasting period, like for HIV stage level 4. You energize the person who is dying, the energy doesn't stay. It just comes out immediately. It's like a pump that is reversed. So the chakras or energy centers rotate this way, but with energy from the environment or from the healer, when it rotates counterclockwise, it spews out energy out. So a hyperactive child or hyperactive person, the rotation is more this way than counterclockwise. For a person who is wasting their life already and almost aging fast, the centers are counterclockwise predominantly. So even you sleep for 10 hours, you feel tired in the morning because you are predominantly wasting your energy out. So even if you eat a lot, if you have a super metabolic speed, you are releasing energy as you eat, you're releasing it out. So they do not gain weight, but they use a lot of energy. What we call in Philippines, asyong-aksaya. You know that it's like always wasting energy. Or there are people also that who eats less and still gain. They are more predominantly activating, absorbing rather than releasing, especially in the navel and smaller. So even gaining weight, you can see the patterns of the energies and the colors that would rotate or absorb. So if you look at the third eye, you can be a mental or spiritual clairvoyant or intuitive to the crown without having a third eye. You can be a mental clairvoyance using your ajna as your window to peek in through the different layers of consciousness. So you can use the ajna, the energy here, as a lens. If you are trained to open and close the filters between the intra-world, you can open the curtain and you can see the outside. But if it's closed, you cannot see outside the curtain. So those curtains, there are curtains in the centers of the chakras. Inside are membranes of light. You can open and close them at will if you're trained. In hallucinogenic substances, it burns those filters, so it becomes hallucination like in drug addicts. So a lot of drug addicts are clairvoyants, but they cannot control it, they cannot close it anymore. So they hear voices because the ears are damaged, the throat energies are damaged. So they have auditory hallucination by listening to voices like a radio station that is open all the time from many levels. So imagine 10 radio stations simultaneously you're listening to. How can you ever be peaceful during your life? So if your forehead, your ajna, back of the head and solar are damaged, as if your curtain is damaged, or if you have a mosquito net, as if or are tears and damaged, you can see everything and mosquitoes can come inside the mosquito net. So people are possessed by the so-called psychic entities that is available from their ecosystem. When they're in a negative environment, they have this intrusion of negative elementals and entities that makes them behave like possessed, or schizophrenic, or bipolar, or you would say hallucinating in either auditory through hearing, or visual hallucination through visuals, especially if the solar is damaged. So when we repair a lot of those chakras, we repair them by welding those filters and recreating them like a mosquito net being patched. There's a big job for psychoenergetic healers. So you can be a clairvoyant but without the third eye. The third eye is only available when you have constructed all the three, that's the back of the head and this light. If this combines, that is the light at the back of the head of saints. Merge. The third eye is a construction. This is like the eye that you see, the third eye, this is the pineal pituitary, and the center of the third eye is the anchor of the soul. There. When the soul descent of the Holy Spirit comes in, like the pentacles of fire, the light that's come here stimulates the third eye like an electricity. So it's starting to stimulate the centers to be activated. So when this converts, all of them activated. This becomes like a bright light, like a sun. That's why in the Bible, you call this the sun of righteousness. If they were saints, you call sun of righteousness because there's convergence of light in your head. There's no more like delineation one of chakras. It's not easy to see it because everything is converged. Especially if a master has a chakra that is more than a few meters, it is taller than their bodies, so you do not see any delineation point. Because imagine all the sizes bigger than your arm length, from here to there. There's convergence. You do not see any more like here or there. It's just become a sun as you enter. So the center of the third eye is between the pineal gland, the pituitary gland, and it constructs this unique point.